So the question I have been asked here lately by several people is, how am I going to survive farming in 2022 with these fertilizer and diesel prices? Well, my answer is, I'm going to rock it like a rock star. And I'll tell you how I'm going to do that in 46 seconds. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of mistakes made by farmers this year. I think I've got a game plan. I may be making a mistake. This is my opinion, my take on things. But I've done been hearing, especially in the hay and pasture field, people's not either putting out fertilizer or not putting out the fertilizer that they once was, or they did last year. Well, we've had our pastures fertilized, and it's been pretty much the business as usual. Now, we cut a lot of our pastures for hay. We didn't last year, so we're not having to replace as much. And I'll talk about replacement here in a little bit. But going back to the intro, what is my plans for survival? This is April. We're fixing to start planting here in a week or two. If you're a farmer and you don't know what you're going to do in 2022, don't know how you're going to survive, you need to find another occupation. I'm just going to be blunt about that, because you've got to have a game plan every year. One thing that makes me confident this year is I'm going into 2022 debt-free. When I say debt-free, no loans that I've had to take to get out of a hole. My equipment's paid for as of last year. And reason why I'm talking about all this is because I've been in that place where it was just amazing that I scrimped by that year, because all of my profit that I made was going to pay loans. And I've had to hustle and work to get my way out of a hole and feed my family in the meantime. So one of the things that I did last year was started bringing some income off the farm. And I'm still staying in the agricultural part of it, but this is to supplement my income. Last summer I started selling Outback guidance. A lot of back orders, but it's bringing in some income. I've got some other ventures that I'm getting into this year. I'm not talking about them right now, but going to be a lot of testing on some products this spring and summer and fall. And if they work, I'm selling them. I'm putting my name on it. If they don't work, I'm not going to give you a product that's I wouldn't use myself. So that gets back to hedging your bet. Crop insurance. I'm fortunate to have a really great crop insurance agent, and we've hashed around several scenarios where I'm going to come out with some kind of profit. May not be a whole lot, with whatever happens. I mean, we could have a drought. These prices, we've got some really good prices as this is being filmed. The bottom could fall out. The economy could just crash. But I'm guaranteed some prices from, I think it's February 28th. This is the prices we're going to use for my guarantees. So I feel confident in that. So like I said, I'm not cutting back on fertilizer. One thing I am doing, where I used to plant at 30 and 32,000 on corn, I have picked some varieties at that does really well at 28,000. That's one way I am cutting back. But on fertilizer, I'm using a new agronomist, and me and him has been working. We took some grid samples, or he did, a couple of weeks ago. We got the results back on them. The lime that was spread a couple of videos ago, that was variable rated. And if you don't know what variable rate means, one part of the field may not be getting as much as another part of the field because it don't need it. Where the old practice was, let's put a ton of lime over the whole field. There may be part of the field don't even need any, and another part needs 2 tons. So we're spreading it where it needs to be, and we're going to do all of our fertilizer that way. We're even kicking around variable rate nitrogen. I've never done that. That's going to be something interesting. And hopefully next year I can do variable rate seeding. I'll get back to that later. But so what this agronomist has come up with, he sent me a spreadsheet, and it shows all the farms we have. And just like one farm I got 2 years ago that had been in pasture, the pH is not up there. Now, granted, the 2 years that I farmed it, I've done pretty good on it, but it needs a lot of building. So not only are we going to replace what we take off, we're going to build on that. Some of the better ground in a normal year, we would still build, but we're just going to replace. So we're really not cutting back. We're going to try to stay the same, maybe a little bit better pH-wise as we was in 2023 as we was this year. So a lot of people this year, and there's nothing wrong with this if you do it right, is getting into chicken and turkey litter. And when I say if you're doing it right, testing it, seeing how much value is there, and not using it as a sole fertilizer, but a supplement to your fertilizer. I believe it works really great there. Unfortunately, I don't have the access to chicken litter, and right now I think everybody's trying to find it, and the price of it's gone sky high. So that's not in my option. And a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you spread it? And that's the reason why, because I feel like it needs to be tested, and there's ways to test it. But I think it's just easier for me to do what I'm doing because it works for me. But there's a lot of people out there this year that's all they're going to put down. And I just don't think it's going to build the ground, and I don't think you're going to get the yield that you normally do. So me being equipment debt free and loan free, I do not want to get back in that position. So I've stated in several videos that we have went to an 8-row header, and I want a 16-row planter. I've got a 12-row now. That all depends on how good we do this year what kind and what I get. The planter itself, whatever I get, unless I just get lucky and find one I want for my price, will probably end up being just a toolbar what I buy. I mean, I want a working planter, but I'm gonna upgrade it with some precision stuff to be able to do variable rate and seeding, row cutoffs and stuff like that. Another thing I've mentioned, and I've got it laid out here, is I'm wanting a 40 by 60 shed. The dirt work will probably have to be done, or will be done this summer. And the reason why I'm getting somebody else to do dirt work, I've got a drainage problem. I really don't have the equipment to do it, but we're gonna have to put in some tiles and build some ground up. So in closing, I feel very confident about 2022. Am I gonna get rich? I don't know. And I say that because last year, 2021, I didn't get rich, but I made some really good money. Probably the most money I've made farming since 2012. But is it gonna happen this year? I don't know. Am I confident that I'm gonna be farming next year? Yes, because my head will be above water unless something just drastically happens. And I'm saying that something happens to me, I get hurt, injured where I can't farm. And yeah, 2022, I'm gonna smash it like a rock star. Hope I didn't offend anybody with this video, especially by me talking about the way I do things versus the way you do things. Everybody's operation's different, and what works for you may not work for me. Anyways, let's thank you for watching. Leave me some feedback on this video. Probably won't get a lot of views because I'm not out in the field doing anything, but I just thought I'd share with you my take on what's going to happen with me in 2022. So we'll catch you on the next one.